pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm going to call this meeting of West Burlington City Council to order. Roll call, please.
Christie.
Here.
Crowner.
Here.
Knightmeyer.
Here.
Lees.
Here.
Waterman.
Here.
Okay, before we go any further, what I want to mention to anybody that's watching, we are doing social distancing, so anybody watching on Facebook or on the live stream, you're not going to get to see everybody because the camera doesn't pan out quite that far. But all council members are present, city clerk's present, city administrator's present, and the police chief is present tonight. So with that, need to perfect and approve the agenda.
So moved.
Support.
There's a motion with support. Any discussion? Roll call.
Crowner.
Aye.
Knightmeyer.
Aye.
Lees.
Aye.
Waterman.
Aye.
Christie.
Aye.
Motion carried. Consent agenda.
Motion to approve is presented.
Support.
There's a motion to approve consent agenda items 1 through 7, which are the minutes from the regular city council meeting on March 18th of 2020. Approve a payment to Tri-City Blacktop. Approve a payment to Skelly Tree Service. Accept Hunter Hartsock's resignation from the fire department. Approve the termination of Trayson Cox and Tyler Schoaf from the fire department. Approve the clerk's monthly financial report for February 2020. And approve the claims list as presented in the amount of $116,229.57. Any discussion?
Just want to thank our 3 individuals for serving our fire department.
Ready? Roll call.
Knightmeyer.
Aye.
Lees.
Aye.
Waterman.
Aye.
Christie.
Aye.
Crowner.
Aye.
That motion carried. Staff reports. Dan?
I have a couple of things. First, since Mike's not here, I'll touch on some of the public work stuff. Him and the guys have been working on about 20-some manholes themselves. They found in the last couple of rains a bunch of water running in, so they're raising them and sealing them. And we're working on getting a quote from a contractor that can do some of the ones we can't do. They dig down and spray foam basically around that seals up the cracks and holes in some of the other ones that we're going to do. That should take a pretty good load off of the sewer plant down there. Also, we'll be soon advertising for 2 summer help guys, just so you know. We typically hire 2. We're looking at doing that again this year, if we can find 2. And then you probably heard from Burlington and some other places that with all the stuff that's going on, that there'll be some financial hit we'll take in mostly local option tax and probably road use tax. But especially in local option tax, we do a couple of pretty good transfers at the end of the year, like $60,000 for a fire truck and a pretty good police transfer too that are general fund items. If worst comes to worst, we can reduce that amount or change that amount when the time comes, when we see how this washes out. It's probably not going to be as bad as you might think after talking about it, depending on how quick we get back to some sense of normality. But we'll keep an eye on that. Department heads have been told to take it easy on the spending and only get what you need till we see what's going to wash out here. So that's all I have.
Do you have anything for Dan?
Would it be frugal to hold off on the summer help then until we?
Well, we're going to advertise. We don't necessarily have to hire them right away. I'm not sure how quick we'll know what's going to happen. That's an option. I don't know whether it's very efficient to have guys making $25 an hour out mowing the parks, though. I mean, I granted we pay them anyway, but I'd rather have them doing $25 an hour stuff, but that's something we could look at if we need to.
Jesse?
My guys are done with their webinar training. They're out with their training officers now. So you'll see in the evenings mainly when the guys will be working. You'll see 2 million cars with that. And everything else is going. Right now, we do still have an officer that's possibly leaving. We talked about it this morning during staff, and we're still in the process of hiring somebody. Doesn't mean we're going to, but we do have one that's going to be going to probably Dallas County out there by Des Moines, and that'll leave us a job opening, and with the academy starting April 27th, and that's still on as of right now. We're still in the hiring process. It doesn't mean we're going to put somebody on, but I don't want to give up that spot if we don't have to, because then we're going to go another 4 months before the academy will have another academy, so that just prolongs us of being a man short. So we'll keep you guys updated with how that stuff.
Yeah, what would we, if we miss this academy and we have to go in August, that would get them done in what, like November, December?
They'd be done in the academy in December, and then you'll talk about three more months after that. So you're talking March of next year, March or beginning of April before they'd be out.
We'd be out a guy for a year, which I'd say it's it's a almost for sure chance that he'll get hired.
Yes.
Cops are hard to find, especially certified ones. I can't imagine that they wouldn't hire him after they've took him over. He's went over there for several interviews and went through the process. So I don't think there's much of a chance that he won't get hired.
What's our timing on the returning officer that we have?
It'll be
A year?
Yeah, it'll be
Next June.
of next
Okay.
year.
Late June and probably even closer to July of next year. So we didn't budget for him in this upcoming budget, but we will have to in the next one, because that's about the timing he's going to come back. Because late, there might be a week in June from talking to him, but sometime around the 1st of July, a year, so 22, July of 22,
21.
21.
21.
How long do the 2 new ones do the ride along?
They'll be at least 12 weeks.
12 weeks.
Yeah. 10, 12 weeks is how they're doing with their training. They'll ride with several different officers. We got 2 named FTO instructors, so I got to bounce them back and forth between those. Takes a while.
Anybody have anything for Jess? Sean's not here.
I might say Sean, he's pretty much based at the fire department, so he's kind of doing his job from there. He's not doing any face-to-face building inspections right now. He's approving building permits and taking care of that later after we get cleared from some of this stuff. But he's limiting his interaction, and since he's our fire chief, we kind of need him at the fire station anyway, going into maybe a disaster situation. So he's pretty much based out of the fire station now.
Hey. Kelly, you got anything? All right. Kathy, all the way down there, you got anything?
It's not really a report, but I just wanted to take the opportunity to thank Dan for these updates we've gotten the last few Fridays. It's really helpful, and I appreciate that.
Andy?
Just want to mention I've been struggling with what do we do about 4th of July? Do I keep planning or not? I think the direction I'm headed is to keep going, planning on July 4th happening. I think hopefully we can all be out from under this and use this as a celebration for that at that point in time. I am trying to work with any vendors, however, if the 4th doesn't happen and we have to push, that they'll give us a leeway to move. And I've already spoken with about the gambling license, and they're willing to push if we need to. So trying to maneuver that.
Yeah, and maybe think about a later date.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the 4th of July, maybe
Labor Day.
Yeah, maybe it's the
Labor
4th of
Day or
August.
the 5th of August or
Yeah.
Yeah.
something like that. I mean, if that's available.
Happy we're
But I want to be optimistic and say we are going to do it on the 4th.
Right.
the problem would be the railroad, but with this, hopefully we could force something through in a quick hurry, but if we needed to, but hopefully let's just do it. Let's just plan on doing it the 4th of July, because it'd be a hell of a lot easier.
Yeah, that's my plan, and so far all the vendors have been working with me in terms of, okay, we'll plan it for that day, but we'll kind of keep the money and push to another date if not. And I think they're all pretty appreciative, too, of us being able to pay at least our deposits right now. I think most of the small businesses that we're working with really need it.
Okay, Royce, you got anything?
Nope.
Chris?
No, I don't.
Al? Good. Yeah, the only thing I want to mention is, for those that, if they're watching or on stream or on Facebook, we'll remind you that playground features in our parks are closed. We want to make sure that everybody's practicing social distancing and one of the things I really like to recommend is that if you do need to go to a grocery store or pharmacies, please just go one person at a time. Don't take the whole family. That's kind of what the recommendations are, and what the CDC recommends and what the governor's been recommending, and we want to get over this as soon as possible and hopefully get back to a normal life. I know it's been affecting everybody, everybody around on this table. They're all doing different things too, and none of us like to have city halls closed, but we also need to protect those people. So with that being said, is there anybody in the audience, a citizen, that would like to address the council? Not being anybody there, we're going to go to the public hearing. We're going to hold a public hearing for the purpose of obtaining public input on the proposed vacating of the undeveloped right-of-way within Roar's subdivision. Did we receive any written comments? No. Anybody came in and do a verbal comment? Any council members want to make a comment? Okay, close the public hearing. Item number 1 under new business is to consider first reading of an ordinance providing for the vacating and conveyance of the undeveloped right-of-way within the Roar subdivision.
Motion approved.
Support.
There's a motion with support. Any discussion? This is the first reading, so we'll have 2 more readings after this. Roll call.
Lees.
Aye.
Waterman. Christie.
Aye.
Crowner.
Aye.
Hightmeyer.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 2 is to consider a resolution approving a transfer of unused firefighter stipend from the fiscal 18-19 budget year to the Capital Reserve Fire Fund of the amount of $19,854.
So moved.
Motion with support. Any discussion? Roll call.
Waterman. Aye. Christie.
Aye.
Crowner.
Aye.
Hightmeyer.
Aye.
Lees.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 3 is consider purchase of bunker gear for the fire department. This would be 6 sets for the amount of $12,252.
Motion to approve?
Support.
Motion with support. Any discussion? Roll call.
Christie.
Aye.
Crowner.
Aye.
Hightmeyer.
Aye.
Lees.
Aye.
Waterman.
Motion carried. Item number 4 is consider payment to French Reniker Associates for engineering services related to the following projects. Houston Street resurfacing project, the amount of $3,042, and proposed Celtic Crossing subdivision review in the amount of $1,250.
Motion to approve both.
Motion with support. Is there any discussion? Roll call.
Crowner.
Aye.
Hightmeyer.
Aye.
Lees.
Aye.
Waterman. Aye. Christie.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 5 is to consider payment to Jones Contracting for work completed on the Gear Avenue Trail project in the amount of $9,960.34.
Support.
There's a motion with support. Is there any discussion? Roll call.
Crowner.
Aye.
Hightmeyer.
Aye.
Lees.
Aye.
Waterman. Aye. Christie.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 6 is consider payment Dave Basine Electric for repair of the traffic light at Gear Avenue and Agency Street in the amount of $52,456.29.
Motion to approve?
There's a motion with support. I think most of this is going to be covered by
We got word
insurance.
from the insurance company, they're gonna write us a check they told us the check was in the mail for that amount minus our $2,500 deductible, and then they'll worry about collecting it from the other driver at some point, so we'll get paid back all but $2,500 of that.
Roll call.
Whitmire,
Aye.
Lees,
Aye.
Waterman. Aye. Christie,
Aye.
Crowner.
Aye.
Motion carried. Anybody have any old business?
I got some spring
ahead.
cleanup.
Spring cleanup.
That's getting close, you know, are we still gonna go with it or
I see Burlington,
cancel theirs? That's
they
what I was
moved or
wondering.
postponed it, they
Oh,
said.
yeah, whatever.
I don't know, we'll just have to discuss that with Mike and let you know. I don't know what he's thinking on that.
When was that scheduled to be?
It
You-
was in May.
May?
I think the first week in May, first or second week in May.
I see people got stuff out at the curb already. And I'm like,
Yeah, well,
They should-
as soon as the snow melts, they start putting that.
It was leftover from.
That's what I was wondering since Brian, what,
no,
Yeah, just saw that this afternoon too.
yeah.
Well, we'll let Mike
I think it was May
decide.
I'll
6th.
ask Mike and I'll put it in my Friday update, what Mike wants to do with that.
I do want to, I got some statistics today, which are put out by the state every day, but I do want to share them with everybody. As of today, there's 549 confirmed cases, and actually, we had a report that there was a second case in Des Moines County, but that report was false, so the adjustment is going to be made tomorrow by the state, so it'll be 548. Total male cases out of that is 262, and total female cases are 287. And the age brackets, a child 0 to 17 is 7, adult 18 to 40 is 147, middle-aged 41 to 60 is 195, older adult 61 to 80 was 167, and elderly 81 plus was 33. There's 63 currently hospitalized, and 303 have never been hospitalized, and as of today, there was 9 deceased. So those are, you know, the numbers are starting to climb. Anyone wishing to address the council on matters that we did discuss or didn't discuss tonight?
I think we should probably offer condolences to the Spearman and the Rawlings family in the passings of their relatives.
So done.
Thank you.
Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Also moved.
Support.
Motion with support. All those in favor?
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned. Thank you.